All right, we're going to continue to work on building and understanding topics and main ideas and topic sentences. And so in this folder for this week, as you get started on your journal, make certain that you go back through and review this. And it should start to fill in some of the blanks if you're still having any concerns and issues with this, having done Writing Center number 3 last week. And so we start with our gentleman sitting on the mountain, and it says, "I understand the secret of life." And then he says, "But I can't figure this out." So as you're looking at work, really what you want to focus on is, do your paragraphs have those topic sentences? Is it clear what you're trying to prove within the piece that you're working on? So remember, in general, the topic is going to be the subject of what you're focusing on, and oftentimes we want to push that forward. So many of you had topic sentences that read something like, "My favorite time of year is October," or something like that, but we can go ahead and push the idea of the topic is really October. Let's get that into that subject position near the front of the sentence. And then this is going to then carry through for the rest of our piece. We're not going to talk about springtime. We're going to focus in that sense on October. So topics are going to be those general categories, and they are similar to a title. But remember, the topic isn't the full main idea, because it's only where what we're going to be talking about. We don't know yet what your opinion is, and that's what constitutes the full main idea. So if we take a look at some of these samples, if I had talked about the shirt, the pants, the jacket, and the sweater, those are clothes in general. I don't know how you feel about those yet. So all we are focusing on that topic. If we focused on courses, whether it's history or reading or math or English, those are individual courses. So you can see you want to be specific when you can with your topic, so that then you can build your strong opinion a little bit later. So again, the biggest issue of Writing Center 3 that some of you dealt with is that you weren't specific enough when you built your topic sentences. So you use these topics like music or vacations and such, but what we wanted to do is give me something specific. So in this case, music might be a type of music, a genre. Emotions might be a particular emotion, or a language. You could focus on learning a particular language if you wanted to, but not that general idea. All right, so if I take a look at this paragraph, it says, "To be the most productive, every business office should be furnished with modern and efficient equipment. Desks should be sufficient surface area and storage space. Filing cabinets must be conveniently located for all personnel using them and should be large enough to hold all sizes of papers that are filed. The copier should be able to print on both sides of a sheet of paper as well as reduce and enlarge documents." So what is the subject or the topic of this paragraph? Not the opinion. I just want to know what that general topic is. Give you a moment. And if we scroll through, we'll see really we're looking at the idea of office furnishings. And then these are those supporting points that go with that. We name them specifically, the office equipment like desks, filing cabinets, and copiers. So moving from that idea of general to specific. So as you're starting to explore for the topic, you can refer to the title of a piece or any headings that may give you some clues in terms of what it is that you're referring to. And you're going to have a chance to practice with some of this week as well. And then you're also going to see that this is going to be repeated throughout the piece. So in this case, if I talked about claustrophobia, acrophobia, xenophobia, all of these issues are phobias, so we're probably referring to these psychological disorders. Or you might see common pronouns. So in this case, we see Isaac Newton in red, and then we have that reference, that pronoun reference of his throughout the entire piece, his and he. So we're always referring back, and that's that idea of internal consistency within our writing. And we use those clues when we're reading, and we're going to use those when we're writing as well. So they match up really well for that. All right, so let's find the topic here. Water is an amazing resource. Everyone in the world depends on it. Every creature needs water to survive. Without water, we would not last long. Water makes our world beautiful. So there shouldn't be any shock that this one is water, right? So once you've had a chance to figure out the main topic of your paragraph, now you want to really find that, stretch it out to that main idea, and it's this idea of that topic sentence piece of it, which for our writing will appear as the first part of our paragraph, first sentence of our paragraph, but you may find in reading that it's not always as obvious with that. So always asking yourself, what is the opinion? What is the goal of the particular piece? So again, like Writing Center number 3, it talks about what the author wants you to know about the topic, and it is usually stated in or as a complete sentence. That is the way that we're going to operate. Now, of course, in journalistic writing, we may find it differently represented, but for what we're looking at, we're really looking for those complete sentences as well. So we need the main idea so that we're clear on what it is that's being communicated, and that's going to be our central thought. Oh, there's a missing T on there too, that the author is making. And so you may hear instructors talk about, the key point or the gist, that's a great word, or the central idea. And as then you build into essay development, we get into this idea of the thesis, and that's for another conversation on another day. So when you're reviewing work, what you want to ask yourself, what is the most important point that the author wants me to understand about the topic? Or what do I want my readers to understand when they read my work? That is going to be that opinion of your piece. So as you start to look at other writing, you want to make certain of how are you going to identify this. You want to try to find the topic within a paragraph or within multiple paragraphs. Look at the first sentence. Is that going to be where it's going to be? And then if you can't find it there, then you can check some of the other sentences. And again, once you find that sentence that includes the topic and states the main idea about it, you can go ahead and make sure that all the other sentences in the paragraph are going to relate back to that. And this is where we're going to get in the issue of annotation. So highlighting and connecting these pieces back and into that main idea. So this is a good piece to review. We'll talk more about it in class, and we'll see you then. Keep those questions coming. Thanks so much.